Welcome to another episode of Badlands Rack Attack. I am your host, Blake Van Tussenbrook, coming to you from Badlands headquarters here in Sandy, Utah. It is nearing the end of February. I can't believe we're already 2 months into the year.
Blake, it's actually March. Let's try that again from the top.
It is nearing the end of March. I can't believe we're in 3 months of the year.
The big news recently has been kind of the cold and the storms and everything pummeling places that don't usually get a ton of crazy weather. Texas, some of the southern states just absolutely getting pummeled. Dangerous situation. We hope people are staying safe, getting recovered from some of those problems, staying warm out there. It's been rough. Our boy Yasti up in Montana went on a lion hunt, and he said it was negative 16 degrees without the wind chill, something like negative 30 plus with the wind chill. So you can see in this photo here how cold it was. He does not have white hair typically, but you can see that his hair was turned white during the storm. But nonetheless, he was successful, had an awesome lion hunt, got an awesome cat there that you can see. Congrats to him on that. Still out there chasing no matter what the temperature brings. So stay safe, stay warm out there. What else is going on? I apologize for my appearance today. Usually I try to get freshened up with a nice haircut before Rack Attack. I'm all shaggy. The sides are probably a 3+. I'm usually at a 1. Got a barber appointment later this week, but it just didn't line up with our episode, so I apologize for how bad I look. Speaking of appearance, every week or every episode of Rack Attack in the comments, we get several people that want to see what my tattoos look like, and I wrestle back and forth on whether or not we should feature that, show that. I had a good talk with Larry about it behind the camera. You know Larry. We had different opinions on it. Larry has seen literally every tattoo on my body. I don't mean that in a weird way, but Larry helps me get wardrobed up before Rack Attack. So he's seen it all. So he had some strong opinions. And he thought we should show off the tattoos. So for the first time ever, you're gonna get a sneak peek of Blake's tattoos. Let's take a look here at some shots of them. So there's a look you've been asking. There you go, something that's very personal to me and personal to a lot of people who get tattoos. There you have it. Let's move on because we have a lot to get into today, a very information-packed episode of Badlands Rack Attack today. We've looked at the analytics from past episodes. When I spout off about Game of Thrones, TV shows I like, don't like, I mean the viewership kind of gets low. When I talk about gear and hunting, it goes up. Imagine that. You want to hear about gear and you want to hear about hunting. Well, for this episode of Rack Attack, we went out and I asked our staff for their favorite layering setups for different hunt situations. So you'll see today we're going to feature Tyler, Nate, Ty, myself, and Danielle's favorite layering setups for different kinds of hunts in different kinds of weather. So I had each of them kind of pick the season and type of hunting they do the most of and basically tell me what are the pieces that make up that setup. So that's what we're going to get into today. With so many pieces in our lineup nowadays, it gets hard to know what to pick up for what situation. So we hope this helps. Again, these are opinions, but we feel like these are real solid setups for these types of hunts. We're going to get right into it, starting with Tyler. Tyler is one of our customer service specialists. If you've called Badlands, emailed Badlands, chances are you've had an interaction with him. He sends out warranty parts, helps with warranty packs, repairs, all that kind of stuff. Always on the ball. Tyler also loves to hunt. And this whole group of people we're featuring today are a big part of Badlands gear testing as well. We all get samples of this stuff, run it, test it, and Tyler helps us with that as well. So Tyler loves to early season archery hunt here in Utah and some neighboring states, so that's what I had him focus on. I'm going to start with kind of the tops that Tyler went with. Early season archery, next to skin, Tyler's going with the Stealth hoodie. Available in Approach FX, and a black merino version that's a little heavier. But the Stealth in camo is absolutely one of our lightest weight pieces. Has the Cool Touch liner to it that's going to keep your skin cool. Very cool technology there. Built-in hood and face mask. Just an awesome next to skin piece for anything warm or hot weather. So Tyler's rolling with that. If it gets a little chillier, even in those hot weather seasons, in the mornings and evenings, it does cool down just a little bit. He's throwing the Variant merino hoodie over the top of that. So again, our merino hoodie, a little bit thicker, hood, quarter zip, super comfortable, awesome performance with moisture, temperature control. The Variant hoodie, he's throwing that over in morning, evening when you get that little bit of chill. Moving on to, and then he's also for the top, carrying the Bale rain jacket in the pack just in case he does run into inclement weather. He has that emergency rain top in the system. Moving into the bottoms, Tyler's going, there's the Bale pant also, emergency pant. Those things take up next to no space in your pack. He's not wearing a base layer really in this type of season. He's probably going with our Algus boxer, maybe the new merino boxer that's coming soon, and then just going with a straight Algus pant, our lightweight pant, Cool Touch liner. That's what he's running with, 4-way stretch, super comfortable, lightweight. That's a very popular early season pant. He also picked out the Master Gator. He's wearing those boot gaiters, running through a lot of dry brush here in Utah, things like that, trying to keep the rocks and everything out of his boots. Running with the Master Gator. And then he also picked the lightweight Solemn crew sock out of the lineup, our lightest weight sock, obviously for early season. It's going to be great for moisture control. Again, merino wool, it's tough to beat it. That's his setup. Algus pants, sock, you got the tops, you got the bottoms. Nothing too crazy, but an absolutely awesome system to keep you cool when those temperatures are hot. And then his go-to hat is the Badlands Approach trucker style. It's a snapback, but it does have the mesh back, which is going to give you that little bit of ventilation. Again, every little bit helps, especially venting your head a little bit when it's hot out. So Tyler, customer service specialist, those are his early season tips. Moving on to Nate. Nate is our customer service lead here at Badlands. Again, if you've interacted with anything customer service, that is his world. And Nate hunts extremely hard to the point where it's hard to keep him in office certain months of the year, but we do our best to keep him in here because we need him. Nate loves to elk hunt and bow hunt for elk in September. Almost always has a tag somewhere, chasing somewhere. So that's what we had Nate focus on. Let's start with the tops again. So for Nate, he's rolling with the Pecora long sleeve crew, a lightweight but long sleeve crew. Again, you're talking September where temperatures can range wildly. It can be hot, it can be cold, it could snow. You just never know. So that next to skin merino piece is key. The Pecora crew is kind of a midweight, pretty light top, but a great next to skin piece to start. You can see he chose the hybrid glove. He's always going to have a pair of gloves with him during that hunt because, again, the season is a little bit unpredictable and the gloves aren't going to take up too much space in your pack if you don't need to wear them. On top of that, he's rolling with a Color quarter zip. Again, that's a synthetic piece, but a great kind of layering piece to throw over the top of your base layer if you want that little bit of mid-layer warmth. Quarter zip, very comfortable stretch, available in Approach. Then he's bouncing up just a little bit if he's starting to cool down, it's getting a little chilly. He's throwing one of our most popular pieces, the Flex hoodie, over the top of that. Again, a half zip piece, grid fleece on the inside, just super comfortable stretch. But here you're getting that fleece lining, you're getting an actual little bit of mid-weight warmth thrown in there. And again, he's probably mix and matching these pieces. He's not going to have 5 tops on all at once, but between all of these, he feels like he can cover himself for the entire September elk season. This is a new piece that we haven't really shown you yet. So consider this the debut of the High-Uintas 2 or the HU2 jacket. You've known the High-Uintas in our line for years as kind of our puffy insulation piece. This is a new version of the High-Uintas. Super quiet face fabric, very soft. New fill to this, similar weight to before, but you're gonna get a ton of warmth out of a lightweight, kind of packable, puffy. But we've improved that face fabric, the materials, the fill, everything about this is new and improved. The HU2 jacket is gonna be a go-to piece for Nate. He's been helping us test that piece, and he fell in love with that one. For emergencies, he's got the XO rain jacket, a little bit heavier than the bale. The XO's in his pack, packs up into its own zippable pocket, so you can stuff that in your backpack. The XO rain jacket going in the pack. He has the XO rain pant as well as part of the setup. But down below, he's going again, sticking to that Pecora next to skin piece, the Pecora legging. Kind of a lightweight legging, but a great next to skin piece for performance, temperature and moisture control. And then Nate loves to roll with the redesigned Ion X pant. We released this last fall. Absolutely awesome pant. We added 4-way stretch to what was a great piece in the Ion, but the Ion X, new and improved. Lightweight, a little bit heavier than the Algus, but nothing too crazy, nothing too insulated. You can still move around in this. It's going to breathe and perform very well. The Ion X. Nate also went with the Solemn, the lightweight merino crew sock, just because, again, he's moving around a lot during elk season. He didn't want too heavy of a sock. He sticks with that lightweight sock for performance, and feet stay plenty warm there in September. So that is the setup for Nate. He also had the Master Gator as part of his setup to go over the boots and keep stuff out, because he is a very active hunter, moving a lot, chasing those elk. That's our boy Nate's pick for September elk hunting. Anything similar to that as well. If you're chasing deer during that season, a lot of situations that setup could fit into. Moving on to Ty. Ty, again, on our customer service team, hunts hard, great guy. Again, if you've got him on the phone, through email, you know he's helped so many people here at Badlands, and he hunts hard. Ty, hunts a lot of late season, mostly a rifle hunter. So we had him kind of hit that later season rifle situation. He gravitated towards the also merino wool, but he likes the Mutton Crew merino wool top as a base layer next to skin. One of our newer pieces, the Defiance quarter zip, a nice synthetic piece, very comfortable, just a little bit of insulation, a little bit of warmth to go over your next to skin piece to get that mid-layer insulation. Defiance is available in 2 colors, the one you see here, and then a gray as well. Ty, like the new High-Uintas jacket, there is an HU2 vest, so he's thrown that in the mix here. Again, that mid-layer insulation of vest is tough to beat. You're going to get that insulation where you need it throughout your core. HU2 vest, new fill, new face fabric, everything about it, new and improved. He's rolling with that. Then a piece I love as well, Ty chose the Resist jacket, one of our newer pieces in the lineup. There's a Resist jacket and a Resist pant. He's running this jacket pretty much on every hunt, with or without insulation. 4-way stretch, one of our most comfortable pieces. Pretty standard jacket, but very high performance, very, very comfortable. I think one of our most comfortable pieces in the whole line. The compressible sleeves are great for archery or rifle hunters alike. Get that extra fabric out of the way. A lot of features built into this little puppy. The Resist jacket, Ty's rolling with that. And then if it's getting real cold, or if he wants to go solid color for some reason, this is, I believe, the debut of this piece as well, the new Shift jacket. So an insulated piece. The Shift jacket goes along with that Shift pant we've shown you previously. Zip away, hideaway hood. Can roll up and zip away into its collar here. Very comfortable, lightweight, quiet, but a lot of good insulation packed into that. It's a great mid-layer piece if you want to throw it under something, or like Ty's doing here, throwing it over some other pieces to go solid color. Again, comfortable, lightweight, packable. The new Shift jacket meant to shift with your changing conditions. Moving to the bottoms for Ty, he's sticking with the merino wool. He's got the Ovis pant here, base layer, a little bit thicker merino wool. Again, he's fairly active during rifle season, but doing some sitting, so he wants that warm next to skin piece. Ovis base layer. And Ty loves to run the solid, so he has the Task pant in his setup. The heavier of the two solid pants. The Task four-way stretch, very comfortable. Little bit of storage on the pocket there, but durable. Nice, 2 colors available in the Task. He runs these all the time. He's also chosen the Master Gator. He's wearing those over the Task pant. And he likes to bump up into the Encedo midweight sock, a little bit heavier merino wool. Still a crew version, but he's wearing that for that those colder temps in the late season for rifle. But according to Ty, he stays pretty much comfortable and warm in most situations he runs into in the fall in this setup. For myself, I do a fair bit of whitetail hunting, and it would have been real easy to say I wear a pyre suit and call it a day, because pyre keeps me warm when it's cold, and that's true. If it's cold, if it's freezing, if I have to go sit in a tree stand for multiple hours and it is freezing cold, I'm wearing the pyre. But that's usually if it probably has to be 20 below for me to be wearing, or 20 or below for me to be wearing that pyre suit. Otherwise it's just a little bit too warm. So I went with a more all-purpose suit for some of those pre-rut, maybe in the rut conditions, just depends. There's some big temperature swings possible there, but a good all-purpose whitetail suit to kind of sit in a tree. So next to skin, I have the Elevation quarter zip. Again, a synthetic piece, but offers some insulation to it. It has our heat wave ceramic liner to it. I feel like it's a great, comfortable next to skin piece for when you want a little extra warmth. And then I usually have that Elevation neck gaiter on as well. If it's not freezing temps, I don't go to our bonfire gaiter, which is heavier for the neck. I like the versatility of this. I can pull it up over my face if I have something coming in, want to be extra stealthy, or just need a little bit of warmth. That Elevation neck gaiter that also has the heat wave ceramic liner works really well. And then I love vests. I wear the Rise vest all the time. So Rise vest there. We have the Rise vest, jacket, pant. It's a great series, but I run that Rise vest probably more than any of the pieces as just kind of a mid-piece insulation. Staying with the tops, the Ascend jacket is what's going to go over the top for me. It's our heavier weight fleece piece. Has nice wind resistance, water resistance, just a real ultra silent fleece material. I feel it's a great all-purpose piece. With some layers under it, you can get down to some pretty cold temps and still be very comfortable. And I don't like a cold head, so even if the temperatures are moderate, I'm wearing that bonfire beanie quite a bit just to keep my head warm. So that's what I'm rolling with there. And then just in case, I'm throwing a Catalyst jacket, which is the same weight as the Exo jacket, rain piece, packable, packs up into its own piece or its own pocket. I'm stuffing that as small as I can get it and putting it in the bottom of my whitetail pack and hanging that in the tree just in case the weather comes. On the bottom, I'm rolling with that same Elevation piece, that synthetic base layer next to skin with the heat wave liner. Very comfortable piece we've shown you before, but is not quite out yet. The Shift pant. I loved this last whitetail season when I was sitting in a tree quite a bit in the cold. Just gave me the perfect amount of insulation over my base layer, but under my outer. The Shift pant, fully zip-offable. If you do get too hot in the tree, I mean, it is possible to take this off without taking your boots off and all that stuff. So the Shift pant, again, allows you to shift with the changing conditions, and a great amount of insulation there. And I have the companion piece to the Ascend jacket, the Ascend pant. Ultra quiet fleece, very comfortable. One of my favorite things about these is the accessible thigh pockets. If I'm messing with my phone or calls or whatever it is while I'm sitting down in the tree, you have very usable pockets here at great angles to be able to put things in, store things. Very high boot zip so I can wear my big rubber boots, get these on under or over those. Ascend jacket and pant is kind of my go-to. And then usually those cold temperatures, especially during the rut, later season, I'm going with the Scandant heavyweight merino wool sock. It's our over the calf sock, so it's a lot higher. It can get up to where those rubber boots go. Very comfortable merino wool, very heavy, going to keep your feet warm. So that's kind of my go-to whitetail setup for most of the season. When it gets ultra cold and I know it's just going to be freezing, I'm switching to that Pyre set, but I love this get up as well. One piece I had hiding in here that we have not shown you yet either, the Flex Glove, brand new. It's our lightweight piece coming very, very soon. Very stretchy, comfortable. A little bit heavier than our merino glove if you've ever had that, but much lighter and thinner than our hybrid glove. So you're getting that real good dexterity, capacitive touch. Very comfortable, available in Approach FX and Approach. We're excited to release the Flex Glove coming very soon. All right. Forgot to show you Ty's hat of choice, but often in rifle season, he is running some Blaze Orange. Obviously, he's wearing the Blaze Orange snapback hat. We also have the beanie as well for those colder temperatures, so I gotta have some Blaze. That's distracting. I'm gonna hang that back here. Oh, and this piece here, I'll throw in my arsenal. Oh, another piece we haven't shown you yet. Sorry, I probably shouldn't be showing this yet. It's a little early, but something we're working on. A hand muff. A little sneak peek for you there. Last but not least, we have Danielle. Danielle is one of our apparel designers here, the apparel designer here. Works in that world, helps developing our apparel, making all that come to fruition. She's worked extremely hard on the new women's lineup, so we wanted to show you kind of her picks for a good all-purpose women's setup for the hunt. So up top next to skin, she loves to go with the Pecora. So this is the women's Pecora top, lightweight crew. It's comfortable, high performance. And then the women's Detour hoodie, a piece that she absolutely loves. Another one I don't think we've shown you yet, but will be coming this year. It's a quilted mid-insulation piece, does give you some good warmth to it for the weight, but super quiet. The women's Detour does have a hood, quarter zip, pouch pockets up front. Just a really cool piece that we're excited for the women's lineup. She's pretty much running that Pecora top, that Detour hoodie all the time. And then on the bottom, again, the women's Pecora pant, the women's version of that. Lightweight, great next to skin piece, good starter piece for layering. And the new women's Color pant. You've known the Color pant in the men's lineup for years. The women's Color coming this year as part of that lineup. Again, very comfortable, very quiet, extremely durable, including reinforced points on the knees and on the backside. The women's Color pant gets her through most of her seasons that she's running. Just a great little simple system there for the women's lineup. Man, I think I hit it all. You digest all that? So just to recap, Tyler, early season archery. Nate had kind of that September elk hunt feel. Ty was more that late rifle season. I covered some of the whitetail stuff, and Danielle, again, kind of that mid-season, just cooling down kind of situation where you want a little bit of warmth, but you're still moving around a little bit, so you don't want to get too heavy, too hot. So thanks to those guys for putting in their picks. We hope that helps you in looking at some of this gear and understanding the differences between some of these pieces and how some of us like to run them. Man, that was a lot of information. We hope you enjoyed it. Let's roll into a big finish here where we're gonna give away some stuff. In the last episode of Rack Attack, we featured the mud packs and said we were gonna give away either a mud Diablo Dose or a mud Super Day to someone who commented or asked a question in the comments of the last episode. That's how we roll. If you interact with us in the comments, ask questions, leave a comment, say you love us, say you hate us, doesn't matter. We might pick you to be featured here, and if we do feature your question, you win the last episode's prize. So we found a comment from Kurt Crowningshield.
I'm
I just love that name. It's like so regal. It's like crowning shield. Sounds like he could be in Game of Thrones, but we won't go down that rabbit hole again. If you want to watch the Game of Thrones episode, beware. It's intense, and I get a little bit animated, so see if you can go find that in the past where it belongs. Kurt Crowning Shield said, first, great lineup of options for layering here in the Northeast and really enjoying my monster pack. Do you think there will ever be a backpack geared towards saddle hunting? Keep up the great work. Thank you, Kurt. We will try to keep up the great work, and we're glad you're finding good layering success up in the Northeast with some of our pieces. Saddle hunting pack, that's something we keep hearing more and more about, more demands for. And frankly, that's something we could use your help on, not just Kurt, but all of you watching. So that'd be a great thing to comment on this episode. If we were to design a saddle pack, what features would it need to have to work for what you're doing? Carrying your sticks in, we know you have to carry your sticks and your platform, but you're also carrying some gear. Is it a backpack? Is it a fanny pack? Is it a chest rig? What's that ideal saddle setup look up for you? How are you doing it now? How are you transporting that kind of stuff? It's a different world that's still kind of developing, and we're certainly aware of it and want to get involved in it if we can. So any input you have, feel free to share it. I feel like there should be some sort of legal disclaimer here. Maybe we'll do a disclaimer. How would that go? We reserve the right to steal your idea. If you comment here on this episode of Rack Attack, you release us to take your idea and make millions and millions and millions of dollars off of it. You think that's legal? Is that legally binding? I don't know. But we do welcome ideas, and we love getting customer input. So if you have any thoughts there, feel free to share. But we are thinking about you saddle hunters and are interested in what that might look like. So congratulations to Kurt, you're going to take that prize home. We encourage everybody to comment, like, share, ask questions below, send us email to rackattack@badlandspacks.com. Interact with us. That's where we get a lot of this fun content. We love seeing your pictures, videos. We haven't seen a submission for the Fat Guys Watching Stuff segment in a while, so if you're a fat guy and you like watching stuff and filming yourself, send us the footage. It just sounds so creepy when I say it that way, but send us your videos for different segments, for whatever it might be. We want to see them and feature them. So I think the last thing we have to do is decide what we're going to give away to a lucky winner on the next episode of Rack Attack. So it's usually something we feature during this episode. I'm going to pick something from, I think, let's go with Ty's setup. Let's go with the Resist jacket. Again, I harped over that piece when we showed it. The Resist jacket is so comfortable. I just love it. I use it for so many different situations. Let's give away a Resist jacket in either Approach or Approach FX to somebody who comments down below on this episode. I think that about wraps it up. I rambled on long enough. We hope this was informative and fun and enjoyable and helps you. Visit us at badlandsgear.com. Interact with us below. Thanks so much for watching. I'm going to go outside and try not to freeze to death and find something to hunt. So have a good one. Take care. See you later.
Rack Attack!